Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial. I know it's been a while, but I wanted to come on here and we really wanted to kind of dive into some of the videos that I've done in the past and kind of do them over again, make them look better, go through the steps a little bit more detailed, and just have fun with it. So I wanted to show you guys today how to highlight a synthetic wig, which is something that I'm sure a lot of you are like, wait, you can't dye a wig, you can't make a wig lighter. But there is a way to actually put highlights into a synthetic wig using a product that's not actually made for wigs that I've done before in the past. We'll put the original video here if you guys want to check it out after this one, but we're going to go ahead and go right into this. You don't need a whole lot to do this tutorial. It's really easy and it really makes a huge difference on really any of your wigs. All right, so for this tutorial, you're gonna wanna go to Amazon. I'll put the link down below and grab this L'Oreal Root Spray. Make sure you grab the one that says Blonde for Dark Roots. You're gonna know you have the right one because it's gonna have this bright yellow label on it. There are a few other things you're gonna need for this, but you probably already have them lying around your house. You're gonna want a piece of computer paper. It'll make sense in a minute. You're also gonna want a rat tail comb, preferably one that has a nice little end here because you're going to want to use this for parting and doing your highlighting. Then we're going to be using the brush to brush through it. And you're also going to want a wig brush, preferably my brush. I will also put that link down below here. You can also grab it right here on my channel, but make sure you have a wig brush to brush out the wig when you're done. All right, so for this, you can use any synthetic wig. Doesn't have to be heat friendly because we aren't going to be putting any heat to this wig at all. I do have a wig here that already has some highlighting in it, but it is kind of a dark wig and it has caramel highlighting in it, and I want to add some more blonde to it to give it a brighter overall look. All right, so you're going to want to pin your wig down just so it doesn't move on you while you're doing this. You are going to want to pretty much predominantly be working in the crown area. You can definitely go through this whole wig if you want, but there's really no need unless you're wearing this wig up. I'm not going to be putting this wig up because it only has lace here on the T-part area, so I'm only going to work on this top layer and the crown area. All right, so you're gonna wanna grab your rat tail comb and we're gonna go ahead and be doing kind of a little bit of a zigzag pattern with this. First, you wanna go ahead and grab that first layer all the way across, and we wanna pull that up because we don't wanna actually add any of this product to that top layer. There's a couple of reasons for this. I've done this for quite a while, and one thing I've noticed with any type of coloring spray is it does have an aerosol hairspray kind of base, so it can be kind of crunchy. So I like to leave the whole top area alone of that first layer so that I still have that nice soft hair at the top where people can see. And then I'm going to be adding those highlights here on the lower layer. You're going to see them come through when the hair is moving, but you're just not going to get like a crispy, crunchy part, which doesn't sound good at all. All right, so the key to really getting a nice blended highlight and not having a huge chunky highlight, you want to go ahead and be doing this kind of zigzag situation where you're grabbing a little bit here and then you're going under, over, under, over. You can decide how much hair you want to pull. The bigger the chunks, the bigger the highlights. And we're just gonna kind of do that for a little bit of a section of the hair. Now, I will say, a lot of times when I do this, I always grab too much hair. So I'll go ahead and split that amount in half. And then this is what I'm left with, and I will highlight this. I always go with less first because I can always add more here and there where I need it. I don't want a big blob of this blonde just in a weird spot. All right, so your next step is going to be to grab your computer paper that we just talked about. You want it to go long ways, and then you're going to go ahead and pin it down with those pins you had the wig pinned down on. So you're still pinning your wig down, but you also have the paper down as well. You're going to take that hair and you're going to just bring it right over. A nice thing about this too is you really can see how much hair you have when you hold it over this paper. So this is a really great time to decide if you feel like that's way too much or the pieces are way too close, or maybe you need some more in there. So just go ahead and take a final look at it before you go ahead and grab your spray. You want to make sure you shake this up really well. And then you're going to go ahead and just spray. I like to kind of gauge down here first and then bring it up. And then you're gonna wanna have to bring this rest of this hair up here to really spray that as well, just because usually the wig is too long, unless you have a short wig, and then you won't have this problem. Gloves also help, as you can see, my poor hand. And then we're gonna let that dry for a second, and then we're gonna brush it out, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so now I'm gonna take the paper off. Go ahead and set that there, and you can already see the color. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna just take that rat tail comb and you wanna brush through that hair really well. And so as you can see kind of, because we did that nice little zigzag pattern, you can see where that brown is popping through, and that's really what we want. So like I said, the bigger the gaps in between, the bigger space you're gonna have with your highlights. And then we're gonna go ahead and put that hair back over. So this is the before. You can see it's just kind of more of like the little subtle caramel highlights here. And then on this side with this one highlight, only the one that we've added, you can really tell how much brighter it is. It really gives it a much, much brighter pop of that highlight color. So I'm gonna go throughout this whole wig, do the rest of it, and we're gonna come back and see how it looks. All right, so here is the finished result. As you can see, it's just really brightened up the wig and added even more dimension. You can go in and use more if you want. I will say, if you're gonna wanna do more than just the crown of this wig, you're gonna need 2 cans at least, probably to do a whole wig, 3. So keep that in mind when you're highlighting a wig. You will have to have multiple cans if you really wanna go in there and add a lot of highlighting. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm so glad to be back. There'll be more videos to come. We're really gonna be diving into tutorials and going back to the basics and just really showing you guys what you can do to these wigs. If you guys loved this video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out our last video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. How was that? Was it okay?